Hey everybody, James Hudson here with Druid City Games in the Board Game Spotlight, and I have Path of Light and Shadow on the table today. And I want to do a quick overview and tell you a little bit about it because I've played it a few times since I got my Kickstarter version, and it is phenomenal. It is a fantastic deck building, deck optimization, exploration, area control, somewhat conflict type game. So let's go to the table. There's a lot to look at. I'm going to try to do this quick. If you look at the cards, everybody starts with the 4 trusted followers and 3 steadfast conscript. Then everyone is going to get 1 starter card advisor. Those are all unique. So you're going to have something a little bit different than everybody else. Then depending on what area that you start your hero in, you're going to draw 2 cards from that region. Now those could be anything from that region. And there's quite a few different tribe cards there. So that'll help seed your deck, make it unique. Then from there, you'll shuffle up and you'll draw your 5 like a good deck builder. So if you look at the game boards, you've got different factions. There's 4 different factions, and then there's a general faction. During your turn, you'll be able to build things based on your cards. You can use your cards for what they have on them, either the labor or the strength value. Labor is going to let you build in your factions. You have to have at least 1 card of a particular faction that you're committing to build to. So, or you can use even the general and just do whatever you like there. And these are some great synergies here, depending on what strategy that you're going for. Next, you can use your cards for, like I said, the strength. So strength has a couple of uses. Obviously, it's used on the board for conquering different provinces and different areas, but it's also used to cull cards. So you can cull cards from your deck and your discard pile with your strength value. This will actually make you cruel, and it will push you up the cruelty track. If you end up in an area at the end of your turn, you can actually take cards from the deck, and it'll actually allow you to be merciful. So you can move up the merciful track. So depending, again, on your strategy, it's going to give you different ways that you can do those things there that you're trying to push one way or the other. One of the things I really love about the game is the promotion action. And so within each faction, there's kind of like beginner cards. So like you see here, this Horde Marauder and the Bloodhammer. These are your like starter cards that you'll get from like the Mountain Clans Empire, and sometimes they're in the Riverway Sovereignty. They're mixed into a few different of the locations on the board. And so you can draw those, and then from that you can use you can pay the cost that you see there at the bottom, the 2 strength, and you can upgrade that to either the Horde Raider or the Blood Axe. Then from there, you could pay 6 strength for each and upgrade those to the Blood Chief or the Horde Ravager. Now, if you look at these, what's interesting is the ones with the darker yellow text background, those are unique. There's only 1 of those cards in the upgrade decks. So the first person to push through on a certain archetype is going to get that particular unique card and its ability. Obviously, one of the cool things to look at and note on the board is the castle pieces. The castle pieces represent the defense for an area. So you're going to want to look at that and decide, can I take that on? How do you take it on? Good question. So for the conquering, if you're conquering an unclaimed area that doesn't have a flag from another player, then you're just going in and you're just trying to defeat the defense of that province. And so you would play down your cards from your hand that match the strength, at least the amount or better. So you'll see like the big stack here has 16. So you're going to need to be able to muster up 16 or more strength to take that on and take it over. Or like where we start at places with only 7, which is a little bit more manageable. Now this is the thing that hangs up a lot of people the first time they play. So your largest strength card will be replaced with that amount of dice. So in this example, I'm showing you a card that has 3 strength. So we're going to roll those 3 dice, and we're going to remove that card's 3 strength from the calculations. Whatever you have on your dice, plus whatever else you committed to that conquering action, is now what you have for your conquering strength. And if that's enough, then great, then you win. If not, then you calculate the amount of ruin. The ruin is the little explodey looking symbols on the dice. That is the amount of ruin that comes to that area from war. And so let's say you had 2 or 3, you would remove 2 or 3 castle pieces from that area, now making it easier to conquer. Also, that's something to factor into your strategy. As you take over areas, you're going to be more vulnerable to a place that you've taken because it's going to have some ruin on it. Now, if you were attacking someone who owned a place, they would have the ability to defend. So you can use the cards that have shields on it. You can commit as many as you like that have that shield symbol, and then the defender would get to roll dice equal to the amount of shields that they've put out. They would then be able to add that strength to that area that the attacker is trying to defend. So there's some strategies. The Sigilborn has some really good defense cards. The hordes obviously are very good at attacking, and common folk and Halax, they kind of have nice balanced synergies. And then you've got the Numeri. They're a special faction that they just kind of wander and they do their own thing. And once you upgrade the basic card, you're going to get a Numeri legendary card, and they have an array of different things that they can do, and they're going to be shuffled up at the beginning of the game, and you don't know what you're going to get when you get one of those, but you know it's going to be good. So that's pretty nice. So the game goes on for exactly 12 rounds. So in the game, you're going to get 12 turns. That's one of the things that I found very interesting and very hard to wrap my head around the first time I played, is that about halfway through the game, I'm like, oh, the game's halfway over. It moves pretty quickly, and I haven't done half the things that I want to do. Every turn, I draw things up and I'm like, I want to promote this, and I want to build this, and I want to go conquer over here. Wait, I can't do all 3 of those things with just 5 cards. Which one of those 3 is going to be most beneficial? Okay, I'm going to do this one and this one. Sometimes you can finagle it where you can get 2 of the 3 things going that you want. But it's really hard to get them all in one turn. And then you score at the end of each year. And each year is made up of 4 rounds. So you're going to score 3 different times during the game. Where you have conquered is also going to give you points. And there's 3 of each type of area. If you control 2 of the 3, you get bonus points. So you're going to want to strategize where you move around the board, what you try to conquer, who has what. Is someone else in the lead because no one's messed with them? Then you better go find a way to start knocking them down and bring them back down so they don't score as many points. The buildings that you build give you effects that allow you to break the rules of the game. Your cards allow you to kind of synergize whatever your strategy is. Do you want to get all your victory points from building buildings and maximizing your deck, and you don't really conquer anything very much on the board? You can totally do that. There's a strategy for that. Do you want to go hardcore cruelty, thin your deck, make it super efficient, go around conquering everything that you can? You can do that. There are so many different strategies on how you want to build. I'm really loving this game. It has so many different strategies, which is a thing that I love about a good game. There's a lot of different ways that you can play it. The replayability level of this game is extremely high. This is going to be something you're going to want to check out. Jonathan Gilmour is on absolute fire. Dinosaur Island, Path of Light and Shadow, Wasteland Delivery, all in 2017. Unbelievable year for a designer. Now he always co-designs, so he's got other people helping him, but he's had his hand, and you can see his hand in the mechanics of these games. He's somebody you got to watch out for. If he puts his name on something, you've got to be paying attention because he's killing it right now. This game is phenomenal, and so are the other 2 that I just mentioned. So, with all that said, Path of Light and Shadow, if you like deck building, if you like area control, if you like a little bit of conflict, this is a game that you're going to have to check out. Find a friend that's got it, or just go ahead and buy it. I don't think you're going to be disappointed. Path of Light and Shadow from Indie Boards and Cards. Travis Chance, Nick Little, Jonathan Gilmour, Beth Sobel on the art. Beth Sobel killed the art. It's gorgeous. Check this game out. I give it a 10. Until next time, this is James with the Board Game Spotlight and Druid City Games. Play games, y'all. Look at this first player token! Sword in the Stone. Really neat.